Hi everyone, it's Denise Reed and welcome back to my channel, Bramble Reed. Now this week, I'm going to show you guys how to make the paper mache vase, the do's and the don'ts. When I picked this project, I was aware that the vase top was smaller than the bottom and knew that I had to make some changes to get it off. Now what I did was I rushed my paper mache. So the paper mache wasn't fully dry enough to hold its shape, and I cut it, took it apart, figured I would be able to assemble it back together, and it was really quite hard. So I'm just going to show you guys what happened, just so you kind of see that mistakes obviously can happen and you can rectify it, or you can just create something else. So what I'll do is in a couple of weeks, I will remake this vase and show you guys the proper way of doing it, or at least what you can do to alter it. For the best DIY and fashion content, subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit that bell to be notified when I upload a post every Tuesday. I have a Facebook page that is dedicated to DIY crafts and fashion that you're able to join. Now it's your turn. This week we're going to recreate this vase. Now it is a glass vase. It is really heavy. Now the difficulty of this vase is you see that it has angular shapes, but I think if I do a dry paper mache, it should be able to hold. And another thing I wanted to show you, I was going to try and make it bigger, but this is the hole at the top. This will definitely take maybe about a week and a half to 2 weeks to fully dry. If you start with your bottom, it's easier for you to attach your paper mache so that it doesn't slide down. And remember, we're gonna do these little angles and make this so it's gonna be each separate parts, okay? So last night I started creating this, and never do things when you're tired, because I went to try and put the paper mache, heavy paper mache on plastic on this vase upside down, and it kept sliding. I couldn't figure it out. You need to have masking tape. This paper mache does not have drywall compound, it's just regular paper mache. And so what I did was I did this half, and I'll show you what it looks like. I did the half, and now I'm going to do this portion here, but I'm gonna put some masking tape on it first so that it's able to hold. If you're doing this and it's too heavy and it's sliding down, do one layer that's thin, then come back and build it up and do another layer. However, I'm like, I don't wanna do all of that work. So I'm just gonna mask tape it right now. My vase is partially dried. It's still like flaky and soft. So what you want to do is you want to slit the vase maybe to about there, and then you're going to pull out the glass vase underneath it and let this dry. You don't want to take it out too early because then it will cave in, and you don't want to take it out too late where it gets hard and you can't cut it, you crack it. So right about now is a good time. Everything else is hard. Like this part, all of them is hard. My vase broke when I took it off. It wasn't dry enough. Now I was gonna throw it away because look, sorry, it wasn't dry enough, and look, you can tell because of that at the bottom where it's sitting. It's the moisture is changing the colors. How are you gonna fix it? It's gonna be like a puzzle piece. So guys, here's my vase. I've been really trying to put it back together. I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth it because, like, look at that. Like, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks cool. I like the way that looks. I think that looks really cool. And I could edge it out with the gray, edge that part out with the gray, edge that out with the gray while it's actually black, edge this part out, and then figure out how I can do the back. Now that you know how to make the paper mache vase, do's and the don'ts, I have written a guide on different designing platforms that will help you take your creative juices out of your head and put on a digital platform. I have included a list of tutorials that will help you understand these platforms better. You can download the guide at the link in the description box. Also, are you interested in joining a group of creative minds like yourself? I do have that Facebook page where you are able to upload different DIY and fashion contents. You can check out the link in the description box. Check out any of my paper mache and sewing projects and my upcoming paper mache videos next Tuesday. Now, if you like this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and share the content with your family and friends. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Take care.